Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconiana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home.
Today we have this Oklahoma State Series lighter. The state capitol is portrayed there with the oil derricks. They're on the Capitol grounds, or still oil derricks on the Capitol grounds. We filled this lighter up, put a new flint in it the other day, and it works okay, but as you can see as we cycle through this file wheel here, there's a couple of spots, maybe 3 or 4 spots, few spots where it does not seem to want to light. Not only that, but there are a few spots on that wheel that definitely appear to be holding old, degraded, dusty, or concreted flint. So we're going to take apart the upper mechanism, the actuating mechanism, clean that up, and reinstall it all on the top of the lighter, and hopefully have a much better operating or performing lighter. We're going to start here by removing the fulcrum cap, small little screw, and I should have done this before I started, but no damage yet. Before we pull out that fulcrum screw though, you want to go ahead and remove your flint spring and screw, because those are putting upward pressure on that file wheel, and when that fulcrum comes out, everything can come up and off the top. There's that spring, flint. So now we will use this pick to poke that fulcrum screw through where we can get a hold of it. Hold pressure here on top and remove the fulcrum screw. From there, we can let everything come up and out. Got our thumb lever and plunger spring. We got our gears on the side that the thumb lever interacts with. Those are going to fall out. This pretty much looks like a typical Ronson standard clone. The only difference between some and this one is that the clutch spring is down here underneath, rides on top of the snuffer cup. That is your fulcrum spring right there, instead of it riding alongside on those geared teeth like it does on the older Ronsons. So we will dunk all that off in there. Mainly we're just cleaning parts off other than the file wheel. That one we're going to scrub. Alright, I'm just going to, most of these parts just kind of get any surface rust or corrosion or dirt or grime. May use a toothpick to get up into the crevices of some of them. Want to get all the moving parts cleaned up and those contact points free from contamination or grease, dirt, soot, carbon buildup, whatever the case may be. So those spring and screw pretty clean. The snuffer even, that whole assembly looks pretty clean. Clean off these side gears, just because there tends to be debris and other contamination get caught up in those. Okay, so there are the gears. Now let's pull this file wheel out of here, and we're going to hit that with a brass wire brush. Let's get our lighter out from under it. And we didn't have that soaking in that alcohol very long. It looks like it broke up most of that dirt and buildup pretty good. You can see some debris that is stuck between those cutting edges of that file wheel. That's looking pretty clean now. We've talked at length with Friedrich Deal and Olarp and Mark Burris and probably a couple dozen other of you on the live stream about rehardening these wheels, or what they call resharpening. We may have to test some of those methods out if this still doesn't work up to snuff once we get it in there, but it does look much better. And it just looks like maybe there's still a piece or two of debris, maybe not. Pretty clean looking, so let's go ahead and put that back together and see what we got. Before we do that, I'm going to take our blunted toothpick and wrap that around a common household disinfectant cloth and use that to mop up as much of this soot and carbon buildup, whatever it is, much of it as we can anyway. Okay, so now we will start by putting our plunger spring up in the base of the plunger. And it must go in one direction, or at least maybe it is worn flat on the other end. So we're going to put that down the plunger seat. There you go. And we'll get our entire mechanism lined up here. Get the file wheel in between, along with the side gears, or star wheels as some people like to call them. There's the other side. Make sure we get all that centered. Seems pretty centered. We will line all this up, holding everything sideways. Line that up with our mechanism and slide it down, followed by the fulcrum screw. And that all lines up on the other side. Get our cap replaced. And now we will just tighten that down. Tightening it up by hand should be good enough. As tight as your back finger or fingernail there will hold that. So now we will replace our flint. And the flint spring and screw. And that is how you disassemble a Wells automatic super lighter to clear the flint tube, or any other reason you may need to disassemble that actuating mechanism. Tighten our flint spring screw on down. And it was lighting every 2 to 3 out of 5 before. Does seem like a good spark. We did fuel this one the other day though. That could have just been living off the fumes. That's a good enough spark. Seems like it should be lighting, so let's add a little bit of fuel and then just see if we might have a better rate of ignition than we did when we filled this up last week. Okay, so we're definitely over full there. That is just standing, so I'm going to shake that out off camera here. Now we will replace our fuel cap. Tighten that on down. And we got a little bit of excess fuel here spilled on the sides of it. So we'll wipe that down. See whether our file wheel looks dry. Having shown you how to disassemble a vintage Wells lighter when the actuating mechanism is not sparking as it should. Until next time.